Welcome back to Living with a Classic, and I'm on my way to get the blue XJ12 inspected, or MOT. Just usually call it MOT because everyone knows what that is, but here we call it the sickening, but it's just, it's a yearly inspection. Classics, it's every 2 years, and if they're 50 years and older, you're exempt. So this one needs to pass 2 more times because it's a 1974, and then it would be exempt. It's been off the road since I think 2018, 2017, something like that, and I've done quite a bit to it now, as you may know. And this is really the first test drive. I've just sort of driven around the farm a bit, and it's quite peppy. We're going to take it very easy there though, but these carbureted V12s, they're very, very peppy. They're very happy with throttle response. They'll throw your head back in the seat. But they do love the fuel as well. This is a little bit of a project. I'll make this window up. That the customer wants to do in stages. This is stage 1. We're going to get it on the road. He can use it a bit. It needs a headliner that's completely removed and a couple of other things. But now we're going to see if it passes inspection. He can have it back. We've done all the important things. We've fixed the ignition system, fixed the fuel system, new fuel hoses, new coolant hoses, all of that, flush the coolant system, new thermostats. It's keeping temperature pretty well. We have one fuel pump not working, so it's just running on the left tank, and have an issue actually with the sender on the left tank, and see if I can fix that for him, because it's good to have a working fuel gauge with a V12. Other than that, I've serviced the transmission, serviced the rear end, brake hoses, blood the brakes. They feel pretty good. So fingers crossed everything goes well. It's about 10-15 minute drive to where I need to go. So I'm going to go over there. And I'm not very used to driving right-hand drive cars as well. It's very hard to stay on the right side of the road on a right-hand drive car. Also the, it feels a little bit different, but I'm going to get used to it. I've never actually driven in traffic like this, so that will be really fun. But I'm going to concentrate now and get there in one piece, and then fingers crossed everything goes well. And guess what? It passed. No advisories, nothing at all. And I was a little bit wrong before, because in Sweden you get 14 months of inspection at a time. This thing is inspected for all eternity. It's until, or at least for 99 years, so that's not bad at all. Brakes are good, all of that. I did feel, there are things you want to do with this car. There's some slight clunks in some places. There's one brake disc is a little bit warped, but the customer has done a lot to this car so far. Had sills repaired, parts of the car repainted. We've done all of this. He's going to enjoy it for a bit, and then we can fix some things as it comes up. But the big shock is, actually, well, we'll drive away and I'm going to tell you guys, because I tuned the carburetors all the way lean just because I was afraid it wouldn't pass emissions, and then I could tweak them up a little afterwards. But just have a guess at what the CO was, because I had no idea they can even go that low. This thing is basically running on air. So what's your guess? The legal limit is 4.5 on a Classic here. It did 0.2, which is crazy. It's crazy lean. We're gonna have to wrench it up, of course, when we get home. But I really just wanted it to pass because I didn't have that much more time to run to the station. Let's see if I can get some visor there. We're gonna go back up the mountain now and go home. So I'm gonna turn it up. It wants to be, if you check the manual on these V12s, they want to be somewhere between 4 and 6. So we'll set it somewhere around there, and it should be running fine. But otherwise, the only really big issue I want to help the customer fix is the fuel gauge isn't working, and you kind of need a fuel gauge on a V12. And I'm really not getting used to sitting on the right side. I kept wanting to go on the left side of the road, and that is a little bit on the annoying side, but I think it's something you can get used to pretty quickly, sitting on whichever side of the car. It's a lot easier with an automatic. You don't need to shift and all of that. But the indicators, like the blinkers being on the other side of the car, that is a little weird that they're on the other side. But other than that, I think this thing is just really happy to be out and about on the road again. We're going to drive by my favorite spot on the way home. We'll stop there, do a little walk around the car, show you guys some things. And then this thing is pretty much ready to go back to its owner. We're almost back at my favorite place. It was just pretty much last night that most of the leaves fell off. Before that, we had a pretty, yeah, there's that little thing. The exhaust is touching in one space. I'm gonna see if I can move that. The whole exhaust system is a little crispy. I got it tight, but can't really do too much about it. I'm gonna try and move that though, because that is a little bit annoying. But otherwise, we're starting to get the little more dull and grayish, you know, fall and winter colors here. But it's been a beautiful, beautiful fall. But we're almost at my place, and then we'll have a look around the car. And here we are. Some of the leaves have fallen off here too, but still absolutely gorgeous here. Gonna put the hubcaps on, just, you know, retorque the wheels. All the light stamping work really well on it. So the chrome is pretty nice too. This badge is very, very nice. It's a lot better than the one on mine, so hopefully I can find one like that. Very nice V12 badge. Otherwise, yeah, it's in a very beautiful dark blue color. My first ever Jag was a Series 2 XJ6 in this color, so I do absolutely love it. Other than that, looking really good. Has the correct exhaust pipes on it, not the curled ones of the later ones. But early, still has the original exhaust system on it. Still says British Leyland on it. But I'm going to finish up a couple small things for him. But otherwise, this thing is pretty much ready to go. Anyways, I hope you guys have liked the series on getting this thing back on the road. It's been sitting for, I think, 7 years or something like that. Or maybe a little bit less than that, but between 5 and 7 years. Now it's up and running. It's on 12 cylinders. I got to give it a little bit more fuel. But that was just the past emissions. It's running very well, pulling nicely. I haven't really, you know, given it the beans at the moment, just because, well, it's running quite lean. But before that, I drove it. It was very, very nice. Pulls strongly, shifts well. Everything else is nice. These carbureted V12s they're phenomenal. They're so smooth and they're so quiet compared to the injected ones. It's just a different sort of sound and a different feel of driving. They're very, very peppy, like just like most carbs are. Like, you know, the tiniest little bit you give them, they just go. And that's a nice thing. However, fuel consumption is worse on these, but who cares when you have a beautiful car like this and it's a lovely V12. Anyways, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, share it with friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. If you feel like supporting the channel even more, I do have a Patreon where you get early access to some videos and other perks. Anyways, I hope you guys want to see more content like this, because I think got 5 other customer cars lined up with similar issues like this. We're going to get up and running again. Until next time, I'm Adam. This was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.